Happy Thursday. I got happy news for you on Happy Thursday. I have a happy correction, rather. Tony Pollard, I said a couple of videos ago, I said he ran a 4.52 because that's what he ran at the combine and it's on the NFL Network or whatever. But somebody told me this during the draft and I just spaced on it. He was sick at the combine and had the food poisoning, which affected all of his numbers. So he was able to make up for it at his pro day and he ran a 4.37, which makes me feel a whole lot better about his ability to get open, get out in space, and then take it to the house. You know, a 4.5 guy, I was trying to make excuses for him. I guess he can really do it if he can do it at 4.5. No, it makes a lot more sense than a 4.3 guys running back seven. I think he ran back 7 kicks for touchdowns in college football. That makes a lot more sense, and it makes me feel a lot better. But that just reminds me to tell you guys, especially you guys out there that's playing football, and the people who are around people that play football or whatever, they have to know exactly what's going in their body, not kind of whatever. And then these young guys think they can eat anything and go to any restaurant. You can't go to any random restaurants. You can't do a lot of stuff, especially when you're getting ready for like training camp, combine. Your body has to be a fine-tuned machine at that point. And the only way to get your body a fine-tuned machine is you have to eat properly and you have to know exactly what's in your body. And I think he learned from that situation. I mean, come on, he has to look at a 4.5. He has a 4.3 guy has to look at a 4.5 on his profile. That has the just. All right. Now let's go to Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones said, let me read it correctly because I've made like 3-4 videos this morning. Every one I've read it wrong. Everything we were about was improving from where we were this year, Jones says. I don't know. That's what the words are. Jones said via Fort Worth Star Telegram, there's no tangible reason we shouldn't be expected to be better than we were last year. I'll read that again because that was clear. There's no tangible reason we shouldn't be expected to be better than we were last year. Sounds like pressure's on Jason Garrett a little bit. So let me go through, because I told you I was going to see how the division has changed and if it's changed any because of these draft picks or whatnot. So let's go through. Let's start with the passing game. And the passing game, I have to give the nod to the best passer in the division, Carson Wentz. I don't like Carson Wentz. You won't get me to tell you Carson Wentz is better than Dak. But I will say, as far as our ability to throw the football, Carson Wentz is on another level. That's why he was picked where he was in the draft. You can't argue with that. I'm sorry. But right on their heels are the Dallas Cowboys, because we have no slouch in Dak Prescott, but we have the best wide receiver by far in the league. Just easy. So it's Philadelphia, then us, and then it's a big gap before you get to the Washington Redskins. Then just because Haskins has the running game to run play action off of it, but he's no real threat to rip your defense apart as far as passing football. And then last place is the Giants. I think their number one receiver is Golden Tate. I think that's it. I think Shepard or something like that. Well, the Giants blow my mind with Daniel Jones. They just did. They got so many holes. They could get a stud in any position and just wait for Tua or wait for Trevor Lawrence. And you jump for Daniel Jones? Okay. Keep working for us. Gentlemen. In the running game, the Dallas Cowboys are the best in the division. The only thing I don't like about our running game is our backup. And that's the same with our quarterback. Our quarterback backup situation is horrible, and our running back situation, it's gotten better because of this draft. But Tony Pollard isn't a real backup. Tony Pollard is going to be a gimmick guy for us. But we got to see how good Mike Weber is. And I've always wanted that 1-2 punch with Zeke. I don't know if Weber is going to be that guy or whatnot. Right there on our heels. I say two teams. I say it's we're real closely together, but we're clearly ahead. But behind us, I'd have to go equal because one, Philadelphia has proven how good they are in the running game. They have several running backs, and they have a good offensive line. I mean, they have everything going on. They just don't have a stud back, but they have a lot of good backs, and they always get production out of their back. So I can't take anything away from Philadelphia, and they got to stand where they stand. But the potential of the Washington Redskins is ridiculous. With Adrian Peterson, Darius Geis, Bryce Love, and people, you just can't forget about Chris Thompson. The only reason why I'm not putting them clearly above the Philadelphia Eagles is because Geis and Love are both coming back from injuries. We got to see how they look first. But the offensive line is right there with Philadelphia, if not better than Philadelphia. So the NFC East is no slouch in running game. And in last place, I would say the New York Giants, but I'm just going to say Saquon Barkley. Because that's all the New York Giants running game is. I mean, they're working on their offensive line, but they got holes there. It is basically just Barkley there. And Barkley's Barkley's probably a top 5 running back in the league, but still he's doing it by himself. The front 7 on defense. You're going to get mad at me. 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 But I believe the potential of what the Redskins have going on with their front 7 is just unbelievable. I mean, with the front, with those 2 guys from Alabama on the line, and then you got the draft pick of Montez Sweat. Then you got Reuben Foster coming if he pans out. So the potential of that, I keep saying that word, potential of that front 7 is really scary, really scary. Then us, because we have the murderous linebackers and we have DeMarcus Lawrence, but we still have holes. We have holes on that defensive line that we're trying to shore up, and hopefully Tristan Hill is that guy. Then you have the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a real strong defensive line, but then the linebackers, they start falling off. So, and then last is the New York Giants, who could have filled up a lot of positions there. Then we go to secondary. I think secondary is just the Cowboys and nobody else is close. I think after the Cowboys, way after the Cowboys, you have the Eagles, and then not the Eagles, the Redskins, and then the Eagles who are struggling in the secondary, are getting a little better maybe. But then last is the Giants, who's got going to have a whole bunch of rookies back there, and my man from the Rams. I mean, it's just, they're full of holes. They're full of holes. And then last one is coaching. I have to give the coaching to the Eagles, period, because that's Super Bowl winning coach, blah, 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 done. And I Gruden and Garrett, I have to put hand in hand. I can't put one ahead of the other. However, I do like Garrett a little more than Gruden. Gruden has the architect of our offensive line still there on his staff, Callahan. So I think Gruden has better coaches around him, and Jason Garrett has coaches what's his name that we got? Nobody's. What's his name? The backup quarterback. I mean, I can't. I'm spacing them already. But we have nothing around Jason Garrett really as far as experience in coaching on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, yes, but the head coach, I think Gruden has a little more help than Garrett. And then lastly, the Giants are coming up at the end, period. All right, guys, that's it. And I think that Jerry Jones is completely right. All pressure is on Jason Garrett because you got the passing game, we're 1 or 2. Running game, we're 1 or 2. Front 7, we're 1 or 2. Secondary, we're 1. Period. And coaching, we're 1 or 2. And running game, we're 1. Period. So everyone, we're either a dominant 1 in the division, or we could be a 2nd in the division. There's not one category that we are 3rd or 4th, or we're struggling in the division. So that is a clear message to Jason Garrett that you should be able to make it happen this year with this roster. Period. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Hey, Lincoln Riley. Holla.